What's going on, guys? It's Eric here again with Traveling Trading. So we're gonna go ahead, cut the chit chat, get straight to it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But we're gonna look at this video, and we're gonna kind of recap my trades that I took today here. March 23rd, 2022. It's like 8:30 right now, Pacific time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. Today ended up being a good day. Started off horrible. I woke up late, and took two bad trades because of not being prepared in the market. You can't, this is why preparation is important. So I'm gonna just kind of go over these trades here with you guys and just kind of, recap my thought process and all that good stuff so you can kind of get an idea of what happened, why it happened, which is very important because as a trader, you need to recognize things like that for yourself. And what was happening here to me might not apply to you as a trader because you're a totally different person. But I want you to understand, where I'm coming from and why you need to learn this stuff, um, and how things can change on the drop of a dime. And we'll go over all that here in a second. I'm gonna try to make this video very quick, very simple, straight to the point because I gotta actually go. um, but yeah, so let's kind of just go ahead and get into it. I took four trades a day: CELZ, um, LBPS, and ALG. Okay, so we're gonna go through those trades in the chronological order that I took them and how I took them and pretty much how it all happened. So let's first just start, of course, with watch list. So here was the watch list. I don't know if you could kind of see it with the way the recording thing is, but anyways, this was posted last night. This was the morning watch list of 323, which is today. So you had all last night to kind of have this stuff prepared. You guys know my routine, my trading routine. All the stuff should be up. So first and foremost, I had ALLG up. And the reason why I had that up is because the surge of it after hours, you know, is what kind of caught my eye. I wanted to look at it again this morning to see what happened. So not only myself, but you guys too, who are in the chat room and all that stuff, should already know, to have this kind of just on your radar. Doesn't mean necessarily get into it, but just have it on your radar. And in fact, I wasn't kind of incorrect with the watch list. What I just kind of mentioned just probably kind of played up, on top of it. So I thought, it moved after hours because of, Tesla opening a Germany factory, and it being, in a partnership and, all that good stuff. Pretty much you can read it all right there. So I figured that was going to be something I would want to watch, in the morning. Not necessarily trade it, but watch at least if I want to get into it. However, my due diligence was lacking. I actually missed the fact that there wasn't 8K filing. I do apologize to the group and everyone that was in it, but shout out to the group because you guys the one that told me that, hey, there was also an 8K filing. I think it was either Michael or Kim, one of you guys, I forgot who it was, told me later on. They messaged me and said, "Hey, there's an 8K filing on this as well too." That might have been the reason why I ran up because I didn't see it. I was in a rush last night doing the watch list. You guys know I got back late from traveling, and that's why I woke up late today, which kind of caused these two trades to be bad. But this is why it's important to know, either share your thoughts or um, try to get feedback from a group of individuals, whether you're in a trading chat room like ours, whether you're in some other group, or you just want to kind of get some feedback from other people who are trading as well too. It's kind of like having coworkers. You always have other people that'll give you their opinions and thoughts and stuff like that, so it helps you. So shout out to you guys for helping me with that. But yeah, so anyways, it should have still been on your radar, and you guys know how I set up the morning. I always have my watch list stuff already on the charts for the next, from previous day, so that when I come into the market, I can just come open it up on Thinkorswim and it's right there. So keep that in mind. ALG was already on my radar. It's sitting there in the top right hand corner. Pre-market didn't do much, and we'll go over this trade here in a second. But that wasn't my first trade. So we pretty much opened up LBPS. That was kind of already on the radar because of what happened with the alert. There was their announcement. My first trade I took though was CELZ. And I'll post the results, after this video here for you guys. I mean, they're already in the Facebook group. If you're in the Facebook group, you can go look at them. But I traded that one horribly too. So CLZ was alerted. Excuse me. They had, announcements of positive top line results from a pilot study. And then you had, pretty much this right here again, and just some more news about it. Just kind of given to you from the alerts. But then they hit a pre-market high. 320 right here. This thing shot on up. I got in at the worst possible time. I don't know what I was thinking. So, it shot up, it rose up, and then it started to pull back here on the moving average convergence divergence, and then it started to come up again. My dumb tail tried to get in right before the opening bell, hoping that, hey, it's going to spike up, which it did. And I assumed that because of where it was at on the Squeeze Pro indicator, the relative strength index, the MACD was looking good. Everything was looking good. I did notice it started to light up a little bit, but I figured, hey, it's starting to light up because, of course, we're coming into the opening bell. I'm willing to take that risk to reward here. I'm willing to get in at like 320, let it drop to like $3, and in hopes for it to spike up. Oops, sorry, to spike up, which it never did. Okay, and in that instance, took the bullet. I was down like 270. I got in late. I got in like 360, which was like right here, right after the bell opened, because I figured it was going to keep shooting up. It did. I was just wrong. And again, as a trader, you got to be willing to admit when you're wrong. And so I ended up getting out like right before the sell signal. I could kind of tell it was just started dying off. It was bouncing to the VWAP too closely. I knew it. I figured it would kind of hold right here. This is sort of a little double bottom right here. Boom, boom, boom. With the moving average convergence divergence being down. So I was like, stay in it or not stay in it. I said, you know what, I'm not going to take that chance. And I just cut it. And it began to drop. And where is it at now? It's still dropping. So good thing I cut my loss quickly there. It would have been a lot worse. I probably would have lost, as opposed to losing like 270 bucks, I probably would have lost like 500 or 600 if I didn't cut my loss there. You guys know me. When it crosses below the VWAP, it's in bearish territory. I'm done with it. Especially if I got in on the bullish side, there's no point in staying in. Some of you might want to sit there and hope and wait and pray that it'll come back, but it won't. Don't do that, guys. Hope is not a strategy. My strategy, like I told you, was to get in. I was going to do my little ride the wave strategy, get out, because it was opening bell. You guys know I don't like trading opening bell. There was barely any of a setup there. It was, a little bit of a setup here, but I didn't get in early enough. I got up like right before opening bell, which is why you guys probably didn't see me in the chat room and stuff like that, because I was tired. I'm trying to focus on everything in the market, catch up on what's going on, because I just missed pre-market in this opening bell. So I'm in here trying to scrape little, chump change, and it didn't work. It's not my strategy. I'm all off. Not to mention the fact that I didn't realize the market was red when it opened, which was another thing that plays in the factor. It's not gonna, it's not gonna let it run. So that's fine. Okay. So I took the hit on CELZ. Then, as that was happening, I said, okay, that's fine. Turn my attention to LBPS, because that stock got halted. I said, okay, this is probably going to be our runner. And you can see it's right about the same time frame that I cut my loss with CELZ. I kind of cut them both at the same time, like right there. It was halted. I wasn't in it. Watching level 2, I'm like, okay, it's probably going to do a little bit of damage. So that's good. My dumb tail again got in at like 854. Right here, like at the top. So after, and this was like right after the halt, I had gotten like right here. So after the halt, it barely moved. And you can tell by level 2 that more sellers were coming in. There were some iceberg orders there because it kept hitting this like 860 level. Sorry, people are messaging me. It kept hitting that 860 level and kept coming right back, kept coming right back, kept coming right back. That's a clear sign that there's someone there sitting there trying to sell a bunch of orders right there, ready to drive the price down. So I'm seeing that. I'm like, you know what? Don't take no chance. If it's getting stopped out too many times, look at all these wicks right here. Clear indication. Kind of like I told you guys yesterday on the other trade that we took, when I was like, hey, look at the candles. When we were doing a live stream, I was like, hey, look at the candles. It's just about to come down. Clear indication. All right. So I'm not going to take my chance. I'm just cut my loss quickly again. And I took like a $565 hit on this one. And just called it, call it a day. So now I'm down almost 800 bucks, right, for the day. At this point, I'm like, you know what, 2 bad trades, kick off the day. You know what, I might need to just call it a day. That's fine. So I sat back and just watched. I watched, more alerts come through. That's fine. REVB up. You guys mentioned that in the chat room. I said, you know what? It's already up. I'm not going to chase it. Sit on my hands. That's fine. It takes a lot of mental discipline not to do that, guys. Especially when you're down 2 trades. This is where, at this point, this is where something like revenge trading can kick in, and you get angry that you're losing, and you begin to just desperately trade. Trust me, it's a recipe for disaster. But you got to recognize when that's happening and fight it. So I felt it come on. I'm like, you know what? Just fine. Just sit on my hands. Sit on my hands. Then we got the LLG alert. We got it early. We got it when it was crossing the VWAP, and I was already kind of, it's still up. It's still up in the corner. I'm looking at it, and of course, it was on the watch list, so it's already there. The volume wasn't, particularly, high. If you look at it, what it did in pre-market, it wasn't much volume happening in pre-market, and it died off in pre-market. So usually by this time, when it starts to die down like that, guys, and I'm still leaving it on the watch list, just in case if I want to short it or anything like that from the way it's trending. It's still just sitting in my corner while I'm looking at other stocks throughout the day as the alerts are going off to see if there's a trading setup that I can trade. And then it said, then we got the notification, hey, it's crossing the VWAP at 1109. Interesting. Why are you crossing the VWAP when the market's the Dow Jones is down, S&P 500 is down, Nasdaq is down, everything's down, but it's crossing. Okay, so I'm going to pay attention to it. All right, it's already on the watch list. I really didn't need the alert. I was already seeing it already. But once that happened, once it crossed the VWAP, it was over. It's like everybody just flocked to it. I don't know if something else happened. Oh, completion of the merger agreement. See, I didn't even pay attention to that. Boom. Just jumps up. Then it gets halted. It got halted. So I'm like, wait, okay. And this is me without paying attention to the catalyst or anything like that. I'm going strictly off of price action. So I'm looking heavily at level 2, right? And at this point, after it was halted, I said, you know what? Look at that. Look at that price action. Go ahead and get into it. And I got in filled it like close to 17 bucks, which was like right up here. Because I was trying to get in on this dip, but I just got a bad feel. And I was like, I'm not going to wait around again. So I just got in. Once it held up right here, I knew it was perfect time to get in. Because green candle. Go look at your patterns, your candlestick patterns. If you haven't seen that candlestick pattern video I put out, go watch it. It's on the channel. All right. But anyways, pure example of being able to get in and watching it rise a little bit more. So I got in 1694ish, let it run up for like 5%, got me a quick $900 profit, or it's like 950, something like that. That one trade immediately wiped away the 2 bad trades I took. Okay, all because I cut those losses quickly, recognizing that I'm not in the trading mode yet. It's I'm just now waking up. This is I'm doing bad. So I went ahead and cut those losses quickly and just waited around, wait for the trade to come to me. ALLG happened, and I executed it perfectly. And now I'm back to even. So okay, so now at this point it's like I'm starting fresh. I'm starting new. Perfect. But then it just continued to run. So it halted again, and then it pulled back a little bit, and then it started to show some more strength. And I've seen that easily. Now at this point, I think it's probably going to even out. Look at where we're at now. This is still live trading. This is still happening. It's only like 8:39. Sorry, I can't fast forward to the future. This is live. This is what's happening as you're seeing the tickers go through. I went in and got in again. And this time when I got in at 19. So, I got in right here because I seen it starting to, even out. Obviously, at this point, it's letting up on the squeeze pro, but the moving average is still going to, have to turn up a little bit. And you never know with the squeeze pro. But that moving average has to happen. So I decided, you know what, it's worth the risk. Try to get in again. Because I've seen good levels of support near the 18 level and stuff like that as it was moving a lot faster. The volume's starting to slow down now a little bit now, as you can see. But I've seen that there. We got a good catalyst. We got, good stuff. I'm willing to take that risk. I'm not willing to go past more than $1. It's a possibility I could be giving my gains back, but so far the odds are in my favor. The float's a decent amount. It now has eyes on it. I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. So I got into it. Got like a quick little 18% gain. for a good 3,500 bucks. There's my day. $3,500 day done. And I exited this thing perfectly. When I got into like 19, it, I think it I think it was trying to get halted, but anyways, I seen the volume starting to light up here, and so I just exited like at 23.75. So 1906, 23.75, in and out, a little over, $3,500. I'm happy. Now I'm done for the day. All because I waited for the trade to come to me, and it's probably, and you guys are probably saying, oh, you just got lucky. Okay, that's fine. If you want to call it luck, that's fine. But I came to this luck prepared, knowing what to trade and knowing what trading strategy I'm going to use. I wasn't going to push this thing. I'm not going to ride the trend on this one because I didn't get in early enough. It doesn't make sense for me to try to, do my VWAP strategy when I didn't get in early enough. Um, so at this point, I'm just going to ride the wave and do that strategy, which I did, and it worked out perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm loading up on more risk, but I'm also going to have to cut the losses quicker. So that's pretty much how that played out. Um, guys, preparation is key. It could have been the make or break. I could have left today with a lot more money had I been prepared um, and just focusing on the trade. But again, I woke up late, probably a little bit of jet lag and stuff like that, which is fine. Um, it happens, but you got to be willing to shake that stuff off because it can happen more than not. And there's nothing you can do about that. And sometimes you're just plain wrong. I think with like CELZ, I was just plain wrong on that trade. Um, I mean, I broke a lot of rules. I jumped in before the opening bell. I did, I didn't check the market to see if the market was in, bullish or bearish territory. I mean, it's just so much I did wrong on that trade. But this is why you journal, so you can write this stuff down. You can go back and look at it, and you can go back and tell yourself, hey, this is what happened. This is what I was thinking. This is how I felt. This is what I need to do next time because I've seen him be doing the same thing over and over and over. And this is just for me. You as a trader might do something different. You might have a totally different strategy. You might be using fib indicators. You might be using, um, thermal scanners. You might be using something totally different. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what you need to do as a trader to perfect your craft as much as possible. Not necessarily do what I'm doing, but at least, very least, all traders that are good traders can recognize when they're wrong and of course admit it. And your trades are just going to reflect what you're doing as a trader and your personality. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, I'll post the results here in a second. Again, you can go look at them on the Facebook group, but not a bad comeback for the day. I'm probably going to go get some more rest the rest of the day and go take care of some more business. But um, that's it. If you guys have any questions, definitely shoot me a message. Shoot me, comments, email me, whatever, tag me in the group. If you're sending me a direct message, it's probably going to my spam. Let me know you send me the message so I can, look at it and all that good stuff. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope trading green. Um, and let's get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's what, Thursday? Hopefully it's another good day. If I can keep staying green this week, I won't trade on Friday, and we'll just do some more, you know, I'll just review some trades with you guys, live that day. I won't trade personally, but I'll go on there and we'll look at them and I'll tell you what I'm seeing, just for fun, for a little bit on Friday, because I'll have some time, and I'll do that for everyone, not just for you guys who are in the chat room and in the group and stuff like that. We'll just go look at them and just kind of look at them together. Okay, so we'll put that on the agenda for Friday. So hopefully tomorrow is another green day, and we'll do that. If it's not a green day, I'll probably just need a little bit of time to recover. Okay, but anyways. Take care, guys. Stay green. I'll see you tomorrow.